The evidence was addressed to the judge. Slow, calm tone. No one noticed the envelope at first. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't sealed with wax. It didn't demand attention. It simply sat there, on the edge of the judge's bench. White, plain, with one word typed neatly across the front. Confidential. The courtroom was silent. Not restless silence. Not nervous whispers. The kind of silence that comes right before a verdict. Judge Robert Langford lifted his gavel. This court is prepared to. He stopped. His eyes drifted to the envelope. A pause. He frowned. The bailiff shifted his weight. The judge picked it up slowly. Turned it over. No case number. No court seal. Just his name. Typed. Not handwritten. Who delivered this? The judge asked. No answer. The silence grew heavier. Judge Langford broke the seal. The sound of paper sliding out echoed far too loudly in the room. He pulled out a photograph. And froze. Not shock. Not anger. Recognition. The prosecutor noticed immediately. Your Honor, she said carefully. At the defense table, Aaron Mitchell felt his chest tighten. He had seen that look before. The look someone gets when something has gone wrong. This, the judge said quietly, was addressed to me, not the court. A murmur rippled through the gallery. Aaron leaned toward his lawyer, barely breathing. That wasn't supposed to be opened. His lawyer turned sharply. What did you just say? Nothing, Aaron whispered. But the judge heard him. Mr. Mitchell, Judge Langford said, his voice calm but cold. Remain silent. The prosecutor stood slowly. Your Honor, what is it? The judge didn't answer. Instead, he looked down at the photograph again. Then, this court will take a brief recess. The gavel struck once. Not hard, but final. When the judge returned, the room felt different. Tenser. Colder. Be seated, he said. He held the photograph up, not to the jury, but to the attorneys. The prosecutor inhaled sharply. Is that? Yes, the judge said. It is. Aaron's heart began to pound. For the record, the judge continued. This image shows the defendant meeting with the key witness, 2 days before that witness changed his testimony. The courtroom erupted in gasps. That's impossible, Aaron whispered. The judge's eyes locked onto him. You weren't supposed to be seen? Aaron froze. The prosecutor stepped forward. Your Honor, where did this come from? It was mailed directly to my chambers, the judge replied. No return address. No traceable postmark. And the image? She asked. The judge didn't hesitate. It came from the defendant's own phone. Silence crashed down. Recovered months ago, he continued. Deleted. Buried. Aaron's lawyer stared at him. You told me there was nothing on your phone. Aaron said nothing. There's more, the judge said. He turned the photo over. Behind it was a printed message. Typed. No signature. He read it aloud. You taught me that justice matters. I hope you still believe that. The judge's hand tightened. Do you know who sent this? He asked. Aaron shook his head weakly. I do, the judge said. The courtroom froze. A former defendant, he continued. Someone I sentenced 10 years ago. The prosecutor frowned. He was released last year, the judge said, and he promised himself that if he ever saw justice compromised, he wouldn't stay silent. Aaron whispered, Why send it to you? The judge met his eyes. Because I couldn't ignore it. He set the papers down. This court is reopening evidentiary review. Effective immediately. The gavel struck again. Aaron slumped back in his chair. Everything he thought was controlled. Every lie. Every quiet conversation. Every assumption. Collapsed. Not because of a lawyer. Not because of a witness. But because someone sent the truth. To the one person who could never let it disappear. The judge. And as the bailiff placed a hand on Aaron's shoulder, Judge Langford spoke one final sentence. Justice doesn't always arrive on time. Pause. But when it does, pause. It makes sure it's seen.